Welcome back to the Dabbler's Domain. Star Trek Voyager Across the Unknown has been released today. And I played the demo, I enjoyed it. Let's get into the real game now that it's been released, see how it goes. Alright, do I want adventure? So focus is on the journey, recommended for players who want to enjoy the story of exploration. Survival, the authentic Delta Quadrant experience, recommended for experienced strategists and resource managers. Resources are limited, combat is challenging, dialogues and away missions are demanding, homesickness is a problem. Or Years of Hell, the ultimate stress test. I think we're gonna do... No, you know what? Let's do survival. Yeah. Let's give survival a chance. You are the captain of the Federation starship USS Voyager. Manage your ship and crew. Plot a course through procedurally generated star systems. Your unique ship build and the decisions you make will reshape the story.
So, a few days back, this Captain Janeway breezes into my cozy penal colony like she owns the place. She's stern and smells like coffee and regulations. And the kicker? She's served with my old man on the Albatani. Turns out her security chief, Tuvok, was playing spy on a Maquis ship that vanished in the Badlands. Now Janeway needs that missing ship found, and because of my past associations, I'm apparently the resident expert on the Badlands. I find the missing Maquis. She puts in a good word for me at my next parole review. Simple. Still, the view is infinitely better than a holding cell. It's not every day you get a front row seat on a brand new Intrepid-class starship's maiden voyage. The USS Voyager. Might even get to touch the helm.
Oh, that is so cool. Oh, why can't I think of his name? It's not Robert O'Neill. Is it Robert Duncan? Robert? The guy who played Tom Paris. Oh, that's so cool. Alright, I probably will not read every... all of the dialogue out loud, like I did in the demo, but let's see. Alright. There is Harry Kim, yes. Tom Paris, yes. Penal colony? Alright, to the Badlands. Alright, yes, a treacherous region of space. Alright, no other vessels in the system? Alright. Uh-oh, there's a coherent Tetrion beam scanning us. Yep, a colossal wave of turbulent energy surges towards Voyager, its power dwarfing anything the crew has ever seen. With no time to analyze the threat, emergency measures are initiated. And there it is. I wonder if we'll be swept away, perhaps to another... as the crew regains consciousness, they find their bridge in total devastation. Twisted metal, sparkling consoles, and injured crewmates paint a grim picture. What just happened? Alright, major damage. Transporter's offline. Believe the doctor is no longer there. Alright, our external sensors are offline. Alright, we need it back online. Alright. Okay, so click the question mark icon, number 1, on the top left of the screen. Revisit tutorial, okay. And we need to switch it on, okay. So we need to switch on. A little ship management as well. No, we are not in the Badlands anymore. There it is. The caretaker. There you go. 70,000 light years into the Delta Quadrant. Life support systems are failing. Alright, we need to find a deuterium source. So we're okay. This is, I feel like, a little bit different than the demo, right? I felt like the demo, we jumped right into it. Alright, so we need to scan points of interest, mark with a white question mark to reveal resources. And yeah, so we need a fuel. So let's go ahead. Can we scan the celestial body? No data. Okay. What are we looking for? Oh. I have to hold. There we go. Okay, so now we need to navigate our ship. Okay, when visiting points of interest, you can choose between different approaches with different risks. The different colors of the chance bar represent possible outcomes. Dark green and light green, excellent and good outcomes. Higher rewards such as extra resources, morale increases, etc. Average outcomes for yellow, and orange or red are bad. So we are going to want to set a course here, so we can leave the storage alone and focus on salvaging from other parts of the ship. If we had what looks like a torpedo bay, we could destroy the vessel and salvage the debris. So we will just do that there. And I see, and that should be the fail, I believe. Yes. All right. Deactivate gray mode. Fantastic. All right. Increasing the warp core output. Okay. So depending on the reactor level, you can produce more energy, but more deuterium is needed. Increase the power output by selecting the main engineering room. So we want to go into tier 1. There we go. Okay, so let's try hailing them. No response. Okay. Scan for life signs. Okay, scan the array. So this is a 40% chance, so 75 because plus 35. There we go. Several life forms on board, Captain. Is one of them Vulcan? Alright, now we need to repair the transporter room, it looks like. Okay, so deuterium is our fuel. Duranium and titanium are essentials for construction and repair, and crew is needed to operate key systems. So we need to collect and store duranium to repair the transporter room 14. So let's go ahead and scan that planet. Looks like there might be. We can upgrade, start stellar cartography, but we don't have it. So let's go ahead and just head to that Class G planet. And here we have up here, if we look up here, looks like we have where our energy is in each cycle and all that kind of stuff. So Borg nanites, we have nothing. We do have 6 bioneural gel packs. All right, so collect any easily accessible items. We can use the tractor beam to try to clump up the debris for easier collection, which I think it looks like we have a tractor. So let's try that. Perfect. Perfect. We got a little bit more. Alright, so now we need 2. Yes, transporter room. Okay, damaged rooms are not operational. Select a room to bring up the room controls. So select it. So we need to repair it. Take 1 crew, no cycles, but we'll need 14 duranium. We have 17. I don't know if I wanted to upgrade it. Yes. Whoops. Ah, I hit the wrong button. There it goes. It was repairing. Alright, we have the transporters online. Now we need to go to the array. And I guess we could just traverse the system all we wanted to. But we'll follow the first mission here as it asks us to. I feel like as the game opens up, I mean, we could try to get back home right away on the first attempt, but I think that I think we'll do it the way the game was intending to. And well, there's only going to be 2 people that we can choose from, so we should hopefully get all the challenges. Alright, let's start the away mission. Okay, so yes, so the away mission. So decide on an approach and select the hero to complete the challenge with the appropriate skill. So the skill is lower than the requirement, the success chance is displayed. And that is that, yes. Okay. We have materialized in the middle of a cornfield. So we can look for any footprints or strange noises. I can have Tom do that. I can scan for any life signs or strange energy signatures. It's required a 33 and Kim only has a 29. This one, I guess, so trying to think. Let's give it to, you know what, let's do this one. Let's confirm, let's have Tom do this. Have Mr. Paris look for any life signs here. And that is a failure. Despite their best efforts, Harry and Tom have found no signs of any tracks. By sheer luck. Oh, nice. Okay, so after a challenge, the participating team members are fatigued and their skill values are reduced. Let them rest for the next challenge to recover and plan ahead accordingly. So here we have... Okay. So, oh, because Tom has some medical. I should have paid more attention to that when I saw it. Yeah. He just has... Okay. Just thinking to myself out loud. Captain, this old man seems harmless enough. He might know what's going on here. How should we approach him? So argue with facts that this can't be a farm on Earth and you want to know what's going on. That has a high success rate. These guys, he is fatigued, so these are not going to be good. So we're going to use Kim. On the next one we can use probably Tom Paris again. Yeah. All right, let's do this. All right, fantastic success. Harry and Tom argue that this can't be Earth, pointing out the inconsistencies in the plants and animals. All right, we got 5 things. Okay, so you can select more than one hero for a challenge if they possess the required skill. If the English words, yeah, the combined skill is equal or higher to the required number, you have a chance of critical success, the golden part of the chance bar. Okay, so the old man isn't much help, so we need to find the marquee ourselves. So here we have, yes, so it's 13 and 18, which is over 30. Whereas this one is required 40. That's a huge chance of failure. Let's do this one. So let's try to find a way to break the illusion of the wall. It looks like we'll get some rewards, hopefully, for that. Let's see if we can... No critical success. So, what is... Oh, I can't see from here. From this menu. Alright, that's fine. Okay, so Harry and Tom try to disrupt the energy field, causing a flicker in the air. But before they can break the illusion, the people from the field burst in, wielding farm tools as weapons. The old man appears and reveals the barn is an illusion. Okay, so sometimes you have to make a major decision that will influence how the story proceeds. These decisions are marked with a golden outline. These people must be missing them. Must be the missing marquee. They're being held here, Captain. We must get them out of here. We can wake up the tattooed man, or we could wake up the half Klingon woman. So, we have a guaranteed success here by waking up Chakotay, if you will. If we wake up B'Elanna, there is a chance we could fail. So for this, and the fact that I'm going to get some duranium as well, yeah, we'll wake up Chakotay here. Yes, and my choices have consequences. So Tom rushes towards the tattooed man, hoping to shake him awake. As he reaches out, the old man stops him, look of concern on his face. Before Tom can react, a blinding white light fills the room and everything goes blank. Okay, looks like we leveled up a bit as well. Okay, Captain Janeway anxiously awaits the return of her team when Tom Paris unexpectedly materializes behind her. What happened on the array? Several hours we were gone. Uh-oh. Where's Harry? He is still on the relay. On the relay. Alright, Commander Chakotay of the Maquis, their chief engineer, B'Elanna Torres, is missing. Is she with you? Okay, so despite Janeway's invitation, the arrival of Chakotay and his Maquis crew on the bridge is fraught with tension. Both sides remain wary as they prepare to discuss their shared predicament. Ah yes, Tuvok the spy. Okay, Chakotay recruited. I think they're the ones that Tuvok recruited. Maquis Traders Club. Oh, that sounds fun. Alright, let's focus on bringing them back. Yes. Alright, so we have to find a way to stop jamming our communications. Okay. Okay. Prioritize life support, secure core decks, and restore Deck 5 functionality first to gain access to the engineering office. Okay. Do I need to activate the life support unit? Okay. Which is here. So 18 power. We have 120. Right, yeah, so now we're using up 33. Okay. Alright. Alright, so yes, we need to turn on the engineering office, so let's go ahead and repair that. It's going to take 2 cycles. Yes, more deuterium and duranium. Okay, so deuterium is that one, duranium is that one. Okay. Yeah, we'll go ahead and go there and get some deuterium. And yeah, there we go. And the engineering office is repaired. Okay, we can carry out 2 tasks simultaneously. So building and repairing rooms, even clearing debris, occupies work teams. To be able to carry out several tasks at the same time, obtain additional teams by building or upgrading engineering offices. Okay, we should now focus on Deck 2 in the mess hall to ensure the crew's food supply, maintaining their physical endurance. Okay, so the morale bar up top changes to morale per cycle, and icons indicate your crew's needs. Open the overview screen and switch to morale to get detailed information about your crew. Here it is right here. So current amount 3,000, reachable amount 2,800, max amount 4,000. So we're losing 80 per cycle. Oh, because they're on emergency rations and they're quarterless. Okay, well, let's turn on the life support for Deck 2. So now we need to, yes. We need to repair this for 6. Yep. Okay, 3 cycles remaining. Until completion, we should address the crew accommodations. The ruin room must be cleared to create room for essential sections. Alright, yeah, so we need to build up some living quarters. So let's go ahead and clear debris. Yes, collecting resources, which is what we are doing. Yeah, we'll leave the storage alone and focus on the ship. Let's get a critical success. Alright. Lost due to full storage. Okay, so we are full on that. So we need some of this. Some duranium. No. No. There we go. And it's 3 cycles away, so let's go ahead and make our way there. We're going to get some stuff completed. Yep. Okay, replicator rations. So I'll click on here. Premium replicator rations gets plus 10 morale. Okay, so now we are losing 30 per cycle. Outstanding. So, can we... I think you are still... Yes, you are still removing 1 cycle remaining. So we want to go back to the system. There we go. Ruin room is ready. Okay, let's build some crew quarters. Yes. Alright, we want... Yeah, we want crew. Emergency quarters, okay. Missing technology. Okay, so we'll do emergency, right? Okay. Yes, the crew is lifeblood of our ship. Each room requires personnel to operate, so keep this in mind when adding new rooms or upgrades. So it's 6 cycles. Yeah, we don't have what they need. Just want our people back, but their people might have stuff that we need. Okay, so we can appeal to his humanity to tell us where they are, and try to intimidate him to give them back, let Chakotay talk, or scan the array for Harry and B'Elanna. So it's a 100% chance right there, 70% chance for the other one. Let's go ahead and scan. Okay, so let's appeal to his humanity. Yes, time for what? I'm sorry, I'm probably clicking too fast because I have, in a sense, seen this episode, and nothing's really changed story-wise so far yet. So let's see if we can offer our help. Yes, they've searched with methods beyond our comprehension. There's nothing we can do. No, we're just wasting his time, yes. And we've been cut off. Fifth planet of the neighboring system. Well, whatever we're doing, we're going to get our duranium first, because I am already at that. Yes, let's find our people and bring them back. Alright, set course for the fifth planet of the neighboring system, maximum warp. I think it's not, we won't be able to collect our stuff. Okay, the sector map shows the entire sector with several star systems. You can either travel directly to another system, or you can just scan the system first and select a specific point of interest to visit. Okay, but we're here. So can I? Yeah, I can. Oh, outstanding. And we're full again. Fantastic. Okay, so we need to go to the sector system. And let's go ahead. Can we scan that system? Yes, we can. So we need to go to the fifth planet here. So, can we... No, nothing to reveal. Let's go ahead and just travel there. And boom, we're here. 5 cycles have completed. So morale still down, all that, okay. Let's go ahead and continue what we need to do. Okay, following the array's energy pulses, Voyager discovers a desert planet with a harsh, unforgiving landscape. Are Harry, Kim, and B'Elanna perhaps being held in this place? Okay, what's so special about this ugly old space rock? Prepare an away team. Stellar cartography level 1, we can do a general scan of the planet. Or, with a sensor array, we can check the energy impulses. So let's go ahead and do a general scan of the planet. Okay, all the basic characteristics of an M-class planet, but no ocean, no river, nothing. However, there are settlements. Why would anyone want to live here? So we don't have a science laboratory, so we can't analyze the planet's atmosphere, so let's leave it at that. Let's go ahead and check the energy impulses. They're targeting a specific area. All right, let's prepare the away team. Okay, we have a small ship approaching. Ah, yes. A particular alien with a mischievous grin greets us from his chaotic vessel. Ah, yes, Neelix. Okay, greetings. Looking for someone on this dusty old rock? Do we have Mr. Neelix? Yes, well, we were whisked away, yes. Thousands of times, hundreds of times, well, maybe 50 times, but the caretaker is bringing ships here for months now. Yes. Ah, yes, Neelix. What do you want in return? Alright, yes, Neelix, we will get you water. Alright, Neelix has been recruited. Okay. So let me go to the ship here real quick. Rebuild Voyager and explore the system or skip cycles until Neelix is ready to talk. Okay, so sickbay, science. Can we get sickbay up and running? I believe we can. It's going to take 3 cycles, so that's fantastic. All right, let's go ahead and head back to the system. Let's see what we can find here. Spatial anomaly. Okay, our sensors have detected a small but stable spatial anomaly. It's not dangerous, but can provide scientific data. Well, let's go ahead and set a course. It's only 2 cycles away. All right, the emergency quarters are finally here. Nice. So now we are at minus 21 because we still have 2. All right, so let's scan the anomaly. Hey, there we go. All right, let's go to the ship. Now, where did I build? I did build emergency crew quarters there. So, looks like they take up 2. So, let's see if I can clear that room and build more crew quarters. Let's go to the system. Let's go ahead and might as well scan this M-class planet. Oh, well, we might as well. And the Neelix is going to be ready by the end of this. Okay, sickbay is complete. Let's go ahead and enter the ship. Alright, injured and sick crew will be placed in the sickbay automatically. Outstanding. Okay, we can switch it off if we need to, but right now we're okay. Power-wise, alright, we still have about 60-something. We've got no heroes in here right now, so that's good. Let's go ahead and go back to the system. We're going to ignore that comm call real quick. And let's go ahead and get some more. Fantastic, that's a full storage. Alright, let's enter this comm. Tomato soup. That's something of a culinary wizard myself. Okay, scan the southern continent and look for a range of dead volcanoes. At the foot, you'll find a Kazon Olga encampment. Kazon Ogla. Oh yes, the Kazon. Maj Jabin. Okay. Let's go ahead and ask for more information and see what he'll tell us. Okay. Well, send the away team down. Okay, so now we can go ahead and head on back. Yes, morale is falling. Okay, but the ruined room is ready, so let's go ahead and enter the ship. And we are going to build. Still can't build crew quarters, but we can build emergency crews. And that's going to help with our homelessness there. So we'll do that. And then, yeah, let's go. Alright, let's go. Let's send the away team. Okay, so we have Neelix here. So we're also going to want... Definitely going to want Chakotay. And... looks like we're going to want Tuvok, right? For the science here for the second one. So we'll probably use like Chakotay... Yeah. So he has to... Okay. Or, well... Now let's take Tuvok. Yeah, I think that's going to be our away mission. Okay, we materialize in a small valley between dead volcanoes. The sun burns down on them mercilessly. Okay, their tricorders are malfunctioning. Impulses. How do we get our bearings in a dust bowl? Alright, well, we can orient ourselves using the cardinal points. Struggle through to a vantage point. We can use 2 for that one. But let's use Chakotay here on this first one. That way he hopefully should be ready by a couple of these down here. And he is a survivalist, so yeah, we'll have an easy pass there. Okay, sweet, and we got 200 more of that. Okay, a sandstorm is heading our way. We need to find cover fast. So, here's where it gets a little rough. So, this is what we pretty much brought Tuvok for. So, analyze the area to evaluate the best cover for the storm. So, it's not looking good, but a little bit far off worse than Neelix. But Neelix we might want to use on the next one. So, this is pretty much what we brought Tuvok for. So, let's see if he can go ahead and pass it. He can't. Nope, they waste too much time in the cover. Okay. Yep, so we lost 50 morale. But the away team emerges bruised and battered and sets off in the direction of the Kazon settlement. Okay, so how do we want to approach this people? Let Neelix do the talking. Approach in a typical Starfleet manner. Okay, approach intimidatingly with weapons at the ready. Okay, the next one we need diplomacy and possibly guns. So let's give Tuvok some time off. Let's approach... in a Starfleet manner, as we use two people who aren't in Starfleet anymore. Okay, the approach with open hands and peaceful expressions, hoping to convey their good intentions. They seem scared but curious, watching from a distance. The men approach cautiously. Weapons are at the ready. A tall Kazon emerges. Jabin. Okay, plus 100 morale there. Okay, seems like the Kazon don't find Neelix as charming as he led us to believe. How should we appease them, Captain? Okay, so assure them that they have no bad intentions. Demonstrate strength to keep the Kazon at bay. Or offer water in exchange for information on the Okampa. So that might fail drastically. So now we can demonstrate some strength. This will give us 100 more morale as well. Our morale looks okay right now. Trying to see what if I could possibly get a... So what's the next one? The next one... You know what? We're going to do this. Because for this next one, I think we're going to want to use Tuvok and Neelix. Or, yeah. Okay. Yes, so he is impressed by our display of force. Okay, so sometimes certain approaches in an away mission bear additional risk. Dangerous approaches are marked by a danger level indicator. Failing such a challenge can result in injuries or even fatalities. So now we have risks here. So, things are getting out of hand, Captain. We should retreat, appease, and carefully withdraw. Tactical retreat run. Secure the retreat with phaser fire. So with that, we'll get 150 more of the Durtanium and 15 of the Duridium. But here, we should get some morale. Let's get our morale up. And I like using Neelix again. Okay, we raise our hands and walk away. There we go. Fantastic. Gotta level up for these guys as well. Okay, more than gratitude. Safely back on Voyager, Neelix surprises the rest of the away team. As he and the rescued woman kiss passionately, how deep does the relationship between the two go? Alright, now we have Kes, yes. Alright, so now we're going to locate the breach to get into the settlement. Okay, she is grateful. Now, we can ask Kes what she knows about the caretaker, ask how Kes and Neelix met, ask Kes why she came to the surface. Let's see what she knows about the caretaker. Alright, he has provided the Okampa with food, water, and energy, and protection. Just stories, and so let's find out why she went to the surface after all this time. Ah, yes, they lost their telepathic abilities. Alright, we'll ask how they met. Okay, yeah. Met while she was enslaved. Good, we got Neelix to apologize. Well, we have things to do. Okay, we'll go to sickbay and have you examined. Oh, luckily I already have sickbay operational. Ah, yes, the AMH. There he is. The man himself. Alright. What is the nature of the medical emergency? Nothing the medical doctor can't handle. I am programmed for optical medical care. What else would I do? Now, if you'll excuse me, I have a patient to attend to and a sick bay to reorganize. Outstanding, yes. So, repair and activate the science laboratory and to research the signal amplifier. Okay. Let's go ahead and repair that. It'll take 2 cycles. And that's still building for 6 cycles. So let's go ahead and head out to the system. These are all 3 cycles-ish away. So let's see what we have here. Okay, yeah, we can use some. Let's go ahead and make our way there. Okay, yes. Even though, yeah. Okay, now we can research the signal amplifier. Fantastic. Okay, unexplored transporter signal amplifier. No research currently in mind, but okay, this is what we're doing. Okay, so now we're in the analysis of it. So we have 3 cycles for that to do. So go ahead and close that, head back to the system. And yeah, let's get the max. Get the max. Okay, full storage. Outstanding. All right. Well, let's go to the ship. I don't think there's anything I can do. 3 cycles still for that. That's still analyzing. Okay. Nothing to reveal. We have full load of that. We're fairly close on that. Well, let's just set in a course for Ocampa. How's our morale doing? Okay, so the item has been researched. Fantastic. So access the tech tree to research new upgrades. This way you can upgrade rooms or unlock passive bonuses to improve efficiency. Outstanding. Okay. We need to repair the workshop. Of course we do. And that's 3 more cycles. Alright. Where is the research tree? There we go. Open tech tree. There we go. So we have cargo bay, impulse engines, warp drive, shuttle bay, arrowing bay, crew-wise, inspired workforce, sick bay. Okay. Science. Combat. And what? Let's... 14 cycles? Okay. About inspired workforce, also 14. High morale threshold bonuses are increased by 20%. You know what? I think we're going to have to fight the Kazon here at the end of this. So let's go ahead and get hull reinforcement going. Right? Yeah. Alright. You are still going, so I don't know why I did that. Let's go back out to the system. There we go. Emergency crew quarters have been built. So when we are 26 people are still quarterless. So makes me think that we should... You know what? It only takes 2 cycles. No. Let's do that. Go ahead and scan this sector. Okay. We'll go ahead and get... Okay, the shield generator has been repaired and the workshop is now ready to go. Let's go ahead and pop that on. Fantastic. And where's the workshop? There it is. Okay, now we need to produce the signal amplifier. Alright, 3 more. 3 more. Okay, let's not do a risky maneuver here. We don't need that much. Yeah, we have a full storage anyways. Oh no, my mic might have been muted this entire time. Oh well, I do apologize for that. Oh, we are almost an hour in as well. All this time talking to myself. Anyways, what I was saying is attempt to negotiate safe passage using the previous diplomatic trust. But the next go around on the next one, we will either need to use Tuvok or Kess. So we can use a transporter module to make harmless object appear, causing a distraction. Has a slight bit of room for failure. Same with this one. I think I'm going to use the guaranteed success. I will have to start taking risks, but for now I'm going to go ahead and do that. So approach the Kazon and reminds them of their previous peaceful interaction. The Kazon are still suspicious and persuaded by diplomatic efforts of the away team and retreat to avoid getting into a firefight. Okay, so they reached the tunnel entrance to use the transporter signal amplifier to find possible breaches in the security barrier. So we need 30. So this is where it starts to get a little difficult. There's no risk involved. So we can use the amplifier to locate the breaches in the barrier by using Neelix, Kess, or Tuvok, or the both of them. But Kess is fatigued, Neelix is fatigued. I'm just going to use Tuvok here to hopefully boost up. Okay. That is a failure. It's less effective than hoped. While it detects fluctuations in the barrier, I cannot pinpoint a suitable breach. Okay, so Captain, we're inside the Ocampa City, but it's a maze of streets and chambers. How should we proceed? So let Kess do the search, or conduct systematic search of the city. Well, we might as well let Kess do it. Not only will we receive some morale, but, there we go, it's a guaranteed win. So she approaches a group of the Ocampa, respectfully asking for assistance in locating the missing Harry and B'Elanna. The Ocampa are touched by her concern, eagerly provide directions to the medical facility. The away team eventually finds their crew members awake but disoriented, surrounded by strange medical equipment. B'Elanna, wary of the unfamiliar faces, instinctively reaches for a weapon, but before any confirmation she can occur, the ground starts to shake violently. She should know Tuvok. A message from Captain Janeway cuts through the joy of reunion. The caretaker array has apparently repositioned itself and is now firing at the tunnel entrance. So we need to get out of here. So we can lead the away team through the collapsing tunnels or clear a path through any debris obstacles. So that's a guaranteed right there. And we'll get some duranium. So let's do that. I bet I accidentally hit my mute button when I was trying to scan the ship or move around the ship. Anyways, they clear a path through the collapsing tunnels using their phasers to blast away any debris. Alright, the tremors are interfering with the signal amplifier's focus, Captain. The connection is constantly being interrupted. We can't beam out like this. Okay, so we can analyze the tremors interference pattern and recalibrate the transporter signal accordingly. Now, Tuvok is fatigued, so it's not perfect. We could just stabilize the transporter signal by adjusting its frequency and modulation. Okay, so even though Tuvok is fatigued and there is a slight risk, it is less risk than the other one. Okay, fantastic, and we succeeded. Okay, and we can get safely back on Voyager. There we go. No critical success. Sector 1 times 1. Okay, and no level ups this time around. Unexpected allies. Back on Voyager, Harry Kim breathes a sigh of relief while B'Elanna eyes her Starfleet rescuers with suspicion. Alright, Miss Torres, welcome aboard Voyager. I'm Captain Catherine Jane. Oh, I don't have to read it. Oh, Harry. Okay, let's see if they learned anything. So ask what they learned about the Ocampa. 500 generations. However, they are only 9 years. Anyways. A death that can never be repaid. Say again, Lieutenant Tuvok. There is enough evidence for me to form a reasonable hypothesis. Yes, the Ocampa homeworld was turned to a desert one day by the caretaker, pretty much, right? Yes. So he's been caring for them ever since. I always thought, why didn't he just relocate them? Alright, let's see if they learned anything about the caretaker while they were down there. Yes, he is preparing to just keep them locked up, if I remember correctly. Okay, let's get them both into sickbay now. Okay, it's unusual, yes. Alright, they'll make a full recovery. Outstanding. And it's not that he doesn't intend to, it's just he's, you know, dying. Okay, a more assertive approach to the Vulcan is right. Shields first, then phasers, yes. Oh, but I've already got the shield generator up and running. Okay, so repair and activate the phaser control room. Repair and activate the torpedo launch bay. Okay, where are you? There you are. Phaser control room. Let's go ahead and repair that. Can I repair this? Well, no, we don't have a work team. That's fine. We have 2 cycles or so. So let's go ahead and check out the system, which I think... you know what? We might as well make our way there. Because things are going to finish. There we go. So let's go ahead and enter the ship. We will build more crew quarters. That's going to take 5 cycles. Are you and you're ready to go? Outstanding. So now let's work on torpedo launch bay. That'll take another 3 cycles. We'll head back to the system. Alright. Yep, okay, we only lost 3 due to full storage. Fantastic. With nothing else to go, let's make our way back towards the caretaker. There we go. Let's go ahead and enter the ship real quick. Okay, we need to test our systems. Okay. Okay. Set it to Okay, here we go. Combat hero selection. Okay, each combat encounter, you may choose up to 3 heroes to utilize their specific strengths and abilities. Okay. So, versus the Valjean. The Jean Valjean. Okay, so we want Tuvok, or Tom Paris, I'm pretty sure. We'll get Tuvok in here. So evasive maneuver dodges enemy attacks for a limited time, granting a brief window of invulnerability. Coordinated attack. And let's use Harry. Okay. So the Voyager will fight semi-autonomously. So phasers will be fired automatically to torpedoes manually. You control the ship by opening the command menu and deciding how to approach the enemy.
What are your orders, Captain?
So, what are our orders? Okay. Okay, order your ship to try to attack or defend a side with either defensive or offensive movement. Fleeing requires the enemy engines to be damaged, while surrendering costs resources in a form of payment. Okay. So, okay, we're going to take offensive actions. So that is the Valjean. So let's go ahead and take offensive actions on their
Moving to
shield.
attack the port side, Captain.
Attack left, yes. So then we unpause here. So, okay. Evasive maneuvers dodges enemy attacks for a limited time, granting it a brief window of invulnerability. Right.
Ability ready, Captain. Enemy shields ability ready, Captain.
Ah, there we go. Yes, okay. So now... Okay, so now I want orders to attack... attack their
Moving
engines.
to attack the aft, Captain.
Here we go.
Enemy shields destroyed, Captain.
To use whatever Harry's one is.
Ability ready, Captain. Ability ready, Captain.
Aha, there we go. Victory. Okay. They fled. Perfect. Yes, my objectives were conceived. Hey, I won my first combat. Yay. Okay. Yes. We'll have the Valjean. Let's show this quadrant what we're made of. And there we go. Our hull reinforcements have been repaired. Okay, and our emergency crew quarters are complete as well. So now we only have 14 people down. So we're only using 4 per cycle. So that's doing pretty good. Let's open up here and let's see if we can... Not much. Plasma torch. Small battery compartment. Yeah, let's do that. Why not? Alright. We are looking pretty good with everything. So let's go ahead and head on over to the array. Okay. Okay. Deuterium is running slow, Captain. We got a major problem brewing down in engineering. The critical. Oh, okay. You'll have 25 cycles to accomplish the task. Yeah, we can do that. We can do that. In fact, there's some right there if we want to do it. In fact, let's go to our ship. See what we have here. We have 14 more unhoused people, unquartered people, so... we are doing that. So why don't we just go ahead, go there. Okay, yeah, we can build 30 cycles to build a cargo bay. Okay. Oh, I didn't see that. Okay, not too bad. Oh, well, we lost a little bit of our hull, but shouldn't be too horrible. Let's go back to the ship. We need to build a cargo bay, it said? An additional cargo bay. There's the aero shuttle bay. Life support for those decks. That is the shuttle bay itself. So let's see. Oh, it's locked. Okay. Build a cargo bay. Well, let's see if we can build one through that, but we'll see. That's not what I want. I want 2. Okay, yeah, let's enter the ship real quick. What can I build here? Can I build maintenance? Cargo bay. Oh, I need 3. It's 3. Okay. So let's go ahead, go back. Clear that. 5 cycles. Fantastic. Not too bad. Okay. So let's deploy the collectors and do it safely. Yes. There we go. 450. Outstanding. Oh, okay. Oh, might as well go there. Fantastic. Now. Okay. Now what we want to do here is build cargo bay. 4 cycles. Perfect. Get these missions taken care of real quick, right? And look at that. Cargo bay has been completed. Let's enter ship. Okay. So each cargo bay can store 1 type of resource. Build more cargo bays or upgrade the existing ones to increase the amount you can control. There's a little morale boost there. So if we go here to it, so we are... Okay, so we can hold... Okay, I think... Yeah, that should be okay for now. Yeah, that should be okay for now. All right. And it's funny, we lose some each cycle. But that should put us over the top. Yes, it did. And now we have another little morale bump. Outstanding. Okay, let's go ahead and head back on down to the array and make the decision if we are going to screw the Okampa. Okay, let's go. And yes, the Kazon are here. Okay. Well, we'll see what they have to say first. Silk tongue. I don't know if I ever used a silk tongue or really. We're just trying to get home, jobbing. We don't. We have no intention. Oh, he wants the array's power. Okay, they're powering up their weapons. Let's go to battle stations. So yeah, we'll use Tom, Tuvok, and Harry again, I think.
What are your orders, Captain?
Alright, so let's go ahead and offensively... I think we want to go after the carrier, or do we want to go after the... What happened? What do you mean? Where did everything go?